I have a inspirational message that I want to share to all of my TikTok friends and families. And this is something that I had thought about. Everything that I post on my page is all come from me. So I thought about this. I thought about the story in my head because I was thinking in my head again, and I want to share this with you all. And if it resonates with you, I hope it brings some enlightenment towards your day. But right now, we are all living in turmoil right now. We are all going through, trials and tribulations, right? A lot of us is already aware about the flat earth theory. We all know about the firmament, but I want you to look at life like this. I want you to look at life like a prison, right? And in this big prison is millions of people, right? But even though it's a prison, this prison is tough. This prison is basically hell. But you got to have a means of survival. But in this prison, you got different groups of people that serve different gods. Like go to prison today. When you go in prison, you got the Muslims up in there, you got the Crips up in there, you got the Blackouts over there, you got the Minions over there, you got the FEMAs over there, you got the BGQA over there. You got different groups, right? For all of these different groups, it's groups like a family because they take care of one another because at the end of the day, all of them is trying to survive in prison. So what they do is get in different groups so that they can have a sense of protection. But in each group, it's always that one leader that is the leader of all of those groups, that as long as you worship that leader, you won't have to worry about being in prison. And this is how life is now. We are living in a world. We are living in a prison where every single day, all we do is worry. We worry until we stress. We rely on an entity to come down and save us so we never have to worry again, right? So the fact that we were put out of our natural habitat where who we are, we don't from a place of worry. We don't know what worry is. So this is how I know that Israel is being tested. Because where we come from, Israel don't worship any gods. So how come we was put in a reality where we gotta worry every single day in our lives? And in order for us to not to worry, we gotta worship something in order to not worry anymore. And I'm not just talking about Jesus. You got millions of gods. You got millions of people that worship different other people or different deities or different things because it gives them a sense to where though eventually they would never worry no more. So what I'm trying to tell y'all is that we were meant to live on this planet to worry. Because if you get the chosen nine to worry greatly enough, if you worry a strong being greatly enough to worry it greatly enough, that's a lot of stress on the brain. Eventually it's going to give up. Just like if you was a crack kid all your life, eventually you're going to give up. And when you give up, you're going to give all the praises to whoever you give the praises to because now you have just inserted yourself into a group. So underneath this prison, we got all these different groups that is together that's trying to survive in this prison, in this prison. And all of these groups are basically different tribes. Different tribes in the group. Now this is where you come in at. What if you step in that prison and you decide that you don't want to be a part of no group? You stand alone. They convince you, come and join this group. You need protection. You need someone to. I'm good. That makes you public enemy number one. Because you are showing these people in prison something that they don't have, which is strength. And it's not strength just in physical. Because if you a woman or man enough to be in a prison where you got millions of people that is in different groups, different societies and you stand alone and you know most likely you are going to lose your life. Because eventually you're going to have to choose. Either be with one of these groups or you're going to have to die. Because you showing us that you think you're better than us. That's probably why they got rid of the 13th apostle. Because while the other 12 was so busy worshiping and trying to look into a deity, the 13th still alone. And that's what made it God. See, we really don't know. We really don't know like deep, dark history. Because have y'all ever noticed that y'all never hear none of the 12 tribes talk about the 13th tribe? You got all these black people all over the earth that's supposed to be in all these societies and all of this shit. Have you ever heard them talk about the lost tribe of Israel? A lot of people think the lost tribe of Israel is the fact that Israel had been lost and it haven't been revealed. The lost tribe of Israel is the last 13th one. That is the lost tribe. The 12th tribe of Israel is not the lost tribe of Israel. The lost tribe of Israel is the 13th Israel. It's the 13th tribe. They were lost. Where did they go? Where did they go? Who were they? Why were they blacked out? Why are we living under a 12-month year when we should be having 13? Why isn't nowadays 28 days and it's 30 and 31? Why? What is going on? Why did y'all take away the 13th tribe? Oh, I get it. I see why y'all wanted to get rid of the 13th tribe. Because the 13th tribe refused to serve a God. So y'all took the 13th tribe and y'all put them under here, under a great curse, to get the 13th tribe to serve a God. That's why we are here. Because at the end of the day, we don't serve no God. We don't. And look at the kind of world that we are living in right now. We are coming into a world where we're about to have a dictatorship. We're about to have a dictator. And you're about to do what the fuck this dictator say. And imagine you a person and you are spiritually connected with the divine, and you are living in a dictatorship world. How you think your life gonna go for you? Now you see where the 13th tribe is at? The 13th tribe is on earth right now, in hell, because it refused to serve a God. That's why we are living in a world where in order for you to get to heaven, you have to serve one. That's why they made us forget. So, throughout your awakening journey, we are all waking up in different places, but, it's a reason why they did all of this to make us forget. Like, how powerful were we? Like we had to have been some. We had to have been some we had to have been beyond supercells. We had to have been some for them to go through all of this to manipulate life to fuck us up. We had to have been some powerful motherfuckers, and we down here serving a God. Shit. I might not know who I am not yet. I might not know who I am, but shit. Ain't nothing gonna stop me from getting to know who I am at all. It is what it is. 2025 energy is bananas. That's why I'm gonna start posting more on YouTube, because I get reckless and when my energy takes over, she really don't give a fuck. And everybody be like, well, you need to stop. I be trying. But when she come out, I can't stop her.